What's up, guys? Today it's all about style. I'll be going over my style and talking about what style is within the sport of tricking. After that, I'll give you some examples of different tricking styles and give you 3 important tips on how you can develop your own. Finally, I want to give you the most important piece of advice when it comes to developing style. So with that said, let's get started. In my opinion, there are 3 big things that make up your style. First is what tricks you're performing. Second, how you're performing those tricks. And third, what other tricks you're doing in combination with the ones you're doing. You see, tricking is very diverse and there are a ton of options when it comes to what you're doing in combinations, what tricks you're performing, and just how you're doing them. There are so many different variations, so it's really all up to you. Now, your style is going to convey your background, your personality, and how you're training. When it comes to my style, I'm trying to be clean, controlled, and consistent. My background is that of gymnastics and taekwondo, and you can really see all of that when I'm performing my tricks. I'm also doing mostly basics and a lot of fundamentals. Through that, I'm trying to get as good as I can be. But that's just me. Every tricker has their own philosophy and their own personal style when it comes to the sport. Here are 5 great examples of other tricking styles that I absolutely love. Our first example is Aiden Kennedy. Aiden's style, if I were to describe it, is martial arts aesthetic. Every kick is super clean with good hip turnover, chamber, and extension. Not only that, but he's very controlled. He knows where his body is and he hits the body positions really well. Aiden's technique and Aiden's style is extremely aesthetically pleasing. You just love watching it. But it also shows his martial arts heritage and his performance. When he's out there and tricking, he's often showcasing his skills and really making a performance for whoever is watching. That's why I think it's such a joy to watch him battle. Our second example is Michael Guthrie. And guys, his style is like no other. He really optimizes for power and efficiency. No one else is able to do the things he's able to do. He's able to throw high-level twisting flips right into martial arts kicks. You see, he not only has a strong flipping and twisting background, but he's also really good at martial arts. And that shows when you see him kick. Every kick looks like it could hurt somebody. Guys, trust me, if you do not watch Michael Guthrie, you are not a tricking athlete. You need to keep your eye on him and watch him because he is constantly innovating and changing the sport. Our third example is Sando, and Sando has one of the most unique styles in tricking. I absolutely love watching him. He tricks like a spider, doing a ton of weird transitions and a lot of unknown and hard to name rise variations. His style is really unique and extremely fun to watch. It's also very unexpected. When you watch Sando trick, he'll often do something that you weren't expecting and you weren't ready for, making it really exciting and a novel experience whenever you watch his samplers. Guys, trust me, you need to watch Sando because the style is so unique and it's all him. Our fourth example is Jordan Alexander, and I've featured him on the channel before. I absolutely love his style. He tricks like a tribal warrior. He's often going in a circle, doing a ton of transitions and circle skills to just keep his momentum going around him. And then out of nowhere, he'll throw a big flipping or big twisting skill. It keeps me entertained every time I watch it. And he's getting better. So guys, keep your eye out for Jordan Alexander. And if you want to see some tribal tricking, head on over to his channel and watch his videos. Trust me, there are a ton of samplers out there, all with different unique styles. And if you go hunting on YouTube, you will find them. Our fifth example is Andy Lee, and he has one of the most martial styles out there. When you watch him trick, every kick is precise and accurate. Every strike looks like it would hit a target. Not only that, but he's exaggerating every body position as if it were like a movie. When you watch Andy Lee train, it's like watching Ip Man or another Donnie Yen movie. You see every body position really exaggerated, every strike coming from the chest and going out through the arm and including the leg. It starts at the hip and then goes down the leg whenever he performs a kick. It is extremely martial and extremely fun to watch. Guys, trust me, you need to be watching Andy Lee. Next, I want to give you guys 3 tips to help you develop your style. You see, it's not an easy thing to put your personality into every single trick and to have a clear, thought out idea with each move. That is not an easy process. So guys, here are 3 tips that I think you should use to kind of think about your style and maybe develop it forward. Tip number 1 is to know your roots. What I mean by that is your background is going to heavily influence your style. So if you can think about where you came from and how that impacts who you are today, then you can think about maybe how you can incorporate that into your tricks. For example, a big part of my background is Taekwondo. So whenever I try and do a kick, I try and have a nice chamber and good hip turnover to kind of show that part of my background. And guys, this can go even deeper. What's your favorite video game? Do you like track, soccer, or something like that? Seriously, it doesn't have to be so specific. You can be a little bit more abstract with it, but if you can know your roots and try and incorporate that into your tricks, that will make your style far more complex. Tip number 2 is to train the things you enjoy. You should feel a pull to trick, and it should be fun. One of the best ways you can make that happen is by just doing the things you're good at and the things you enjoy. And through that specialization, you'll kind of create a style in and of itself. For example, I love training cork variations, and it's something I'm pretty good at because I have a good awareness. That's why I just do them like mad. And that's why also I can do so many different variations and incorporate them into my combo structure. It's because it's something I genuinely enjoy training and it's fun for me. If you guys want to develop your style, something that you can do that will really help is to just do what you enjoy. Think about what you like doing when you trick, and then try and incorporate that into your move selection and combo structure. Tip number 3 is to experiment and try new things. You see, your style is not going to come in a day. You need to play around with it and mess with it. Maybe one day try and train a ton of kicks. Then the next day, try and train a ton of weird flips like the ones from capoeira, maybe macaco or gumby. And then the next, try and incorporate breakdancing elements and play around with it. Experiment with different things. Watch a ton of different samplers and see which ones you like watching the most. From there, you can kind of have an idea of the tricks you want to be performing and how you want to be performing them. Finally, I want to give you guys the most important piece of advice when it comes to developing a style, and that is be patient. I know it's a hard thing to be, but if you can be patient, your style will develop with time. The more you progress and the more you train, the more you will naturally gravitate to certain skills over the other, and the more you will be training one specific technique over the rest. And as you move forward in your tricking career, you're going to be experimenting with so many different things, so it's not too important to have a style really locked down right in the very beginning. Do understand that it will morph and change with time. So if you can be patient and kind of have style in the back of your mind the entire time, trust me, it will develop. Style is not something that is concrete. It's very abstract and it really has a subjective view. So if you can take your time and be patient, it will be far easier to develop that unique tricking style. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support mastering tricking, go down below and pick up a shirt from the Teespring store. There are a ton of options and design choices, and if that's too low quality for you, you could go to my website, howtomastertricking.com, and pick up a luxury tee. But guys, thank you for watching and have a lovely day.